Welcome back, Gamer Nation. For our second episode of Rent or Buy, we'll be taking a look at Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption. Once again, I'm Adam Mater, and this is Rent or Buy. Rockstar sounds familiar to you people out there, that's probably because you've picked up another game called Grand Theft Auto. They're the makers of that. And it shows in Red Dead Redemption. The games are really similar. Things like the mini-map in the lower left-hand corner, just the sandboxy sort of style, but those similarities come with the benefits. I mean, it's a well-polished game. They just took what was so great about Grand Theft Auto and brought it on over to the Wild West. And with a sandbox the size of Red Dead Redemption, comes pros and cons. Pros being there's tons of different things to do in it and you can put a lot of time into this game. Cons being that there's a lot of different controls and game mechanics to learn for all those different things. And Rockstar goes about an interesting way of solving this problem. It teaches the player gradually throughout the main plot. Now this means you're still learning new things halfway through the game. A great example of it is the gun mechanics. Oh, woe is me. If only I knew someone who could use explosives. Well, I just so happened to pick up some explosives no more than 2 minutes ago. Well, that's perfect. Do you mind if I show you how to use them in this slow and easy way? Now imagine that 8, 10, 15 times. Come the end of this game, your main character, John Marston, is an overpowered pocket knife, and for every one of those, you had to go through a little tutorial. 10 hours into the game, and this gets a little old. But it doesn't really pull you away from the fun of the game. Anyone that's ever played a sandbox like Grand Theft Auto know these games can be big and time-consuming. But is that the case with the main game, and does it stay fun long enough for me to want to keep it? Let's take a look at this timeline like last time. And we'll get it started by taking a closer look at Tuesday. Got the game around 10:15, played for a good chunk. Had to take a couple breaks in there, but I was really addicted to it already and played as much as possible before I had to go to work and come back. Got a little bit in right before I had to sleep and get up early for a really long 12-hour shift, but you could tell the only thing I was thinking about during work was getting home and playing this game, as indicated by the huge 3-hour chunk. The next day I had off, so I played a lot. Each of those is at least 2 hours, the bigger one being about 3. And it was fun, that's how I was able to play that much. Then work comes around the next day, and I had a few other things to do, but still managed to play a bit more. And moving on into the final day, I managed to actually beat the game after a good 3-hour chunk, but had to return it by midnight that day. But those other 2 big blocks of red after the done were spent exploring the main menu of the game. And on that main menu are things like the multiplayer, and this wasn't just slapped on there, it's quite an experience. But don't take it from me, go ahead and listen to this soothingly sounding Rockstar official to explain the multiplayer for you.
When designing Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer experience, Rockstar set out to make it as engaging as the single-player campaign and reinvent the idea of open-world online gaming. The product of this ambition is Red Dead Redemption's free roam. While many multiplayer titles confine gameplay to a small single level, in free roam, the enormous single-player game world is open and available to explore. This is your game lobby. You can ride across the plains, encounter other players in gang hideouts, or join organized games and challenges.
With the 17-hour main game, countless hours available in multiplayer, and tons of side quests barely even touched, I feel that this game was hard to let go come the last day. So where does that leave it? It leaves it in the buy category. Bye! Have a nice day!